guys, what is up? It's Legion of Gaming here, and we are back today with another episode of our Mass Effect Legendary Edition Let's Play on Insanity difficulty. In the last episode, we obviously landed here on Ilos and cleared a path to the underground bunker where Saren had entered in, which is looking like the final location for the conduit. We're also able to talk to the station's VI that was over here. His name was Vigil, and he kind of explained to us how, obviously in brief little snippets, how the Reaper invasion happened and how the Protheans came to believe that it happens after each and every cycle. And basically what he was telling us was that every cycle the Citadel is stumbled upon by the space traveling, advanced enough races, right? Whether they be human, whatever. And they go, and it's designed to be used as kind of a lure to be the center of intergalactic civilization and government, right? And that the Keepers, who we went and scanned for that little fetch quest for Chorban, was actually just designed to be there to go and not actually let anyone gain any understanding of what the true function of the Citadel was, which was to actually go and be a relay to allow the Reapers to launch a surprise attack each and every cycle. So, you gotta think about the impact and the ramifications of that. If every time that you're gonna come every 50,000 years to try and, wage Space War 3 or whatever you're gonna call it, then if you get to completely take out, the biggest heads of government, you just immediately are creating chaos. And then also, once they have control of the Citadel, they actually can shut down all of the mass relays and isolate each and every system, and that's basically what they did to the Protheans. So rather than having to fight the entire Prothean army and all of their civilizations at once, they just got to pick them apart bit by bit. And the Protheans actually went and were able to wipe all records of Ilos from all of their databases and everything like that, so that way they could be safe. And Vigil then explained to us that the scientists, there was only, I guess it was 6 or 7 of them alive by the time that the Reapers were no longer a threat. Everyone else in each one of these life pods he had to shut off to conserve power, and those few scientists actually went and also ended up eventually giving their lives to go and sneak back onto the Citadel and actually implant a backdoor program so that when our cycle came around, we could go and counteract the signal that the Reapers sent to the Keepers, forcing them to open up the mass relay and allowing the Reapers to come back in and launch their surprise attack. But now obviously Sovereign has figured that out, and that's why they started employing Saren, so that way they could go and get back in there and get the rest of the Reapers released from dark space. But without further ado, we're going to get on back to the Mako portion. We're just going to basically go drive all the way to the conduit, kind of like with our other main quest missions that had a little bit of the Mako
involved. All their culture, all their advanced technology, and the Protheans were taken in by the Reapers just as we were. They failed.
The Protheans did not fail. They gave us a chance. It falls to us to make the most of it, so I suggest we hurry.
Yeah, no pressure. Only the fate of the entire known galaxy rests on the next 5 minutes. It's fine. We got this, guys. Mistimed that a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. So this part's not really all that difficult. You only have a couple of little skirmishes. It's nothing like when you were doing Novaria and Therum, where you just had confrontation after confrontation. This one's just 2 or 3. It's a pretty short section because obviously they're trying to ramp up the pace of the game here at the end. Colossus here. And another one down. Well, good. Look at what equipment we got. I don't think it's really anything super, you know. Like, if you want to try out that pulse rifle, you can. Like I was talking about earlier, I personally don't enjoy it all that much because it kind of has like a ramp up speed. And by the time you actually get it like firing full bore, you're kind of just like doing controlled bursts and stuff like that, and it's not the most accurate, so I usually just stick with the Spectre weapons. But as long as you buy the Haliat Armory license from one of the merchants, you're able to go ahead and purchase that anyways. You don't have to find it. Guess he's over here. I don't know. And that is the last one. Now we are ready to get to the conduit. There it is.
There, the conduit. It's incredible.
We don't have time to admire the view. We have to get through that relay, and these Geth aren't gonna make it easy on us.
And now the Geth fleet and Sovereign are beginning their attack on the Citadel now that they know that Saren is on Citadel Station. Now it was kind of like a bad thing that they went and posted ships at each of the mass relays because it actually spread the Citadel forces out, so there was less here for the actual attack.
Activate the defenses! Seal the station! The arms aren't moving. Systems not responding. Abandon the Citadel! Evacuate the Council! Citadel Control! Citadel Control, do you copy?
So as you can see, you only got about 40 seconds there. So my recommendation
Hang on. Things are gonna get a little rough.
that you do not try to fight any of these guys. You might be able to get like one of them, but as you can see, your shields drop down pretty rapidly. And also bear in mind that this is basically what it looks like, even with us having 3 characters all adding points to our shields because of the the electronic skill tree there. I'll show you in a second after this cutscene.
Across all monitored systems. Please begin emergency evacuation procedures.
No more letting Shepard drive the Mako if he's gonna land it like that. But so, what I was talking about here with electronics is, as you can see, the shield capacity and the extra hull repair set, that's even with all of that. And it basically, on Insanity, if you actually stop to repair, you gotta think about it, the Mako can't actually move while it's being repaired, so that could potentially make you completely lose and not be able to fulfill the objective if you stop to repair it. Alright, we got some more husks here. Let's just take them on out. Just use a throw. Bad Felicia. As you can see, we deal a fair bit of damage here now that we are
Area secured.
with our in-game weapons and such. So now we're gonna go on up to the tower, because that's actually where the control station is that we need to get to. And see, now they're forcing
The Citadel's
Citadel to
closing.
close
They're
up.
sealing the station.
Don't let the enemy ships inside the arms!
Now imagine that you're actually living on the Citadel seeing all of this happen too. How crazy would that be to be a civilian in this situation?
Saren's locked the elevator. Suit up! We're going outside!
We're going for a spacewalk. It's okay, just don't look down. You'll be fine. So now you just gotta walk on up there towards the big hulking Reaper in the distance. But now this is just kind of the same thing as before, where we're just gonna have some Geth and some Krogan fights, and then we will be at the final confrontation of the game.
Enemy sighted.
And most of this conflict over here is a lot better for us than what we have been going through with those last few missions with like the Thorian creepers and everything like that. That's kind of why I usually do it last, especially when I am playing through as the Infiltrator, is because it's just so close quarters that really you need all the damage that you can get. Because obviously we play around long-range combat a lot better than, you know, being in small confined spaces, so being out in the open like this is great for us.
Kill them all!
So we'll go ahead and use warp on him. And throw. Yeah, you're not hitting me, buddy. And so that's something cool that you can kind of do to some of the enemies on this, is you can just throw them. And then, yeah, well, so strong. on the last game, like the original pre-legendary edition, you could actually, in the Thorian room, you could actually throw the Thorian creepers off the edge and stuff like that. But obviously that's kind of defeats the whole purpose of them having you go through that, which is why they fixed it in legendary to where you could not.
Shields disabled.
Now, if I was actually worried I could just, you know, do the shield boost there and just let my shields regenerate, but we're just gonna chill right here. So, we're just gonna stay nice and low right here. There we go. And we're good to go.
Perimeter clear.
And just keep on going this way. See, once we use assassination, they really can't do all that much to us.
Shields disabled.
That's the last of them.
So this is kind of like a wave attack thing. You can just get it over faster if you just come over here and activate all of these turrets as fast as you can, because as soon as you finish with taking out the dropship, then it won't spawn any more waves of these Geth that are going to be continually attacking you throughout this whole thing. As you can see, you only need to have electronics for one of them. All of the rest, you can just literally walk up and activate them without having any, you know, points needing to be invested. So it won't do it like a whole lot quicker, but I think it saves you like a wave in case you're like concerned that you're not going to be able to survive, or if you've been having issues with the combat up to this point. And then, you know, obviously you can, like, I don't think you shooting it actually goes and deals any damage to them, because you don't have the Mako or anything like that. So that's why it's just best to get all of those turrets activated. Then this part that's coming up can be a little bit challenging. That one, and now singularity. There you go. Gee, I wish we could shoot like that when running. So then you got a little Geth Juggernaut there. And then remember that whenever you see him touch his little side like that, that means that they're about to shoot a rocket. So if you're on Insanity difficulty like us, trying to complete your first playthrough, you really want to make sure that you are not in your scope. If you're being an infiltrator and trying to snipe, you want to be out of your scope so that way you know which side to dodge to. So for this, there's a very easy way to go ahead and be able to do this. You can just sit right here, like this, and it's not really gonna ever be able to hit you, because if you continue to try and advance right there, then it's just gonna be you trying to advance with all these rockets shooting at you. And obviously, if the regular old rocket guys can kill you in one hit, the big giant defense tower is definitely gonna kill you in one hit. So just sit right here and kind of be on the edge, so that way they can't continue to shoot at you and you're not even at risk of getting hit. I basically try to be as far over as possible, because there are times, you know, in the past where we've seen where the rockets will go and glitch through the wall and things like that, so there's that one. I think there's one or two more. And then you can also be looking out over here in case there's any other geth and stuff like that. So I got one more right here. Go. And then as you can see, we got a geth shooting at us from over there, but we don't really have a good angle on him right now. And then just checking over there to see if there was anybody else that we needed to take out, which there is not. So now you can just move on up into here. And then, you know, just same thing as always, just follow the trails of where they're shooting from, because their stuff leaves streaks going through the air. And then, you know, more of them will drop in here. I'm gonna go ahead and just switch off of my sniper rifle though. This way. And there we go. And then just keep on moving forward. Go ahead and switch on back to our sniper rifle if we want. I just knew we're getting close to some of them, so like, what's the point? Saw the rifle and thought that was another one coming in on us. So keeping our eyes on our minimap, see if we got another one. Again, go ahead and just switch because we're so close that this is basically it. We are now up to where we need to be, directly under Sovereign. And so then, you know, here they have some metagel in case you just had to use some, or like someone accidentally got taken down in that dropship fight. are. There will be some more up there at the top,
It's over now.
but we can't see those guys just yet. Oh, looks like there might be another one that poked his head around. Let's see. So he just poked his head around and he ain't come back around since. Getcha. So we'll just crouch down right here. And there we go, got him. Swap us on back. There we go. So go ahead and do our assassination. One shot. And like realistically, if you are concerned about it, you can just sit there and wait for that to recharge every time. And then just one shot each person. But I'm trying to keep it moving for you guys so that we're not just playing like babies, you know? And then also to show you guys, like, even if you do want to have a more aggressive playing style, it's not like just because you're playing on Insanity that you can't be a little bit aggressive. Because ultimately, as long as you have the initiative and you're the one moving, the computer's going to react to what you're doing. So it's better for you to react, for them to react to you than for you to be reacting to them. And Saren reunites with us for a second time. When and only time grenades were used by the enemy in this game.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
In time for what?
In time for what?
The final confrontation. I think we both expected it would end like this. You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
I can stop them.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived our encounter on Vermeer, but I've changed since then. Improved. Sovereign has upgraded me.
What have you done?
You let Sovereign implant you? Are you insane?
I suppose I should thank you, Shepard. After Vermeer, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. About Sovereign manipulating me. About indoctrination. The doubts began to eat away at me. Sovereign sensed my hesitation. I was implanted to strengthen my resolve. Now my doubts are gone. I believe in Sovereign completely. I understand that the Reapers need organics. Join us, and Sovereign will find a place for you, too.
And so that's actually something that Vigil went into as well, where what the Reapers do is they use organics and for whatever purpose they see fit, and then whenever they're finished with their invasion, they literally just go back to dark space and the Indoctrinator are just left to die. So when he says the Reapers need organics, really it's just supposed to kind of illustrate that he truly is indoctrinated and is completely bought into, you know, what the Reapers' ideology is. You're indoctrinated.
Sovereign's controlling you through your implants. Don't you see that?
The relationship is symbiotic. Organic and machine, intertwined. A union of flesh and steel. The strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither. I am a vision of the future, Shepard. The evolution of all organic life. This is our destiny. Join Sovereign, and experience a true rebirth.
Now, again, if you have the Paragon and everything to pass speech checks, you can skip a little thing right here. We can beat them.
Sovereign hasn't won yet. I can stop it from taking control of the station. Step aside and the invasion will never happen.
We can't stop it, not forever. You saw the visions. You saw what happened to the Protheans. The Reapers are too powerful.
Don't give in to them.
Some part of you must still realize this is wrong. You can fight this.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for... The implants. Sovereign is too strong. I'm sorry. It is too late for me.
That's not true.
It's not over yet. You can still redeem yourself.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
That kind of reminds me of when Hans Gruber gets, you know, let out the window in Die Hard. That scene right there. Just like his little hoverboard thing kind of reminds me of the Green Goblin's hoverboard. But now we're just going to go up to this control panel and you have another option there. You saw we got 24 Paragon for being able to pass the speech check and talk Saren down. I'm sure it's the exact same way for Renegade where it has the same ending and you just gain Renegade. But now you get to have the all-important decision of, do you go and save the Council or not?
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
Quick, open the station's arms. Maybe the fleet can take Sovereign down.
See if you can open a communications channel.
The Destiny Ascension. Main drives offline. Kinetic barriers down 40%. The Council is on board. I repeat, the Council is on board.
Normandy to the Citadel. Normandy to the Citadel. Please tell me that's you, Commander.
It's me, Joker.
I'm here, Joker.
We caught that distress call, Commander. I'm sitting here in the Andurra sector with the entire Arcturus fleet. We can save the Ascension. Just unlock the relays around the Citadel and we'll send the cavalry in.
Are you really willing to sacrifice human lives to save the Council, Shepard?
This is bigger than humanity. Sovereign is a threat to every organic species in the galaxy.
The Council must be sacrificed for the greater good. Don't waste your reinforcements. Hold them back until the Citadel arms open up. Save the human fleet to attack Sovereign.
What's the order, Commander? Come in now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
So basically, yeah, the like repercussions, quote unquote, of your decision kind of show up in the next two games, but the one that in my opinion most people like kind of weight their decision based off of is the ramifications in the third game, and you know, everything that goes on in there that we'll get to when we start doing that playthrough. But I just about always save the Council unless, you know, doing a Renegade playthrough, in which case, you know, you can go and let the Council die. If you do neutral, then it doesn't really like do anything, and I'm actually not sure what happens if you hit concentrate on Sovereign, if they still die or what goes on. But we will be saving the Council, and like I was saying with the with earlier, no matter who you pick there, one of your squad mates will have to be the Renegade, which in this case was Garrus, saying hold back your reinforcements so that way you can focus Sovereign, and then whoever the other person is, which in this case was Liara, will tell you, but we need to save the Council because, you know, they're the government. If they're not around, then it's going to be harder to kind of rally up support.
Opening the relays now, Joker. We need to save the Ascension, no matter what the cost.
I hope you know what you're doing, Shepard.
I mean, hey, I got us this far, didn't I?
Save the Destiny Ascension.
Commander, we're picking up reinforcements. It's the Alliance. Thank the goddess.
And as you can see, our surprise attack didn't have quite as much oomph as the Reaper and Geth attack did, but you can still pull off a little bit of a surprise attack.
Destiny Ascension, you are all clear. Repeat, you are all clear.
The Citadel's opening. All ships move in. Concentrate on Sovereign.
Make sure he's dead.
He's dead.
Or so they thought. You guys didn't think that we were really going to be able to beat this without one last boss fight, did you? And so that's supposed to be, you know, the Reapers sending that dark energy into the area, and that's why the screen's all like dark and things like that. And you'll see that continue later on in the series as well in other games. But basically now you get to fight Saren, and he basically has all the abilities of the little ghosts and sappers, where he's just like jumping around and all sorts of stuff. So it's a real fun time, I can tell you about it. And then, you know, he can also call in regular Geth to help him out during that whole time as well.
I am Sovereign, and this station is mine.
And so I'm also, don't know if you caught it, but we got in the bottom right hand corner over here, they gave us another plus 28 Paragon for saving the Council. So once we go and are able to switch weapons, I will be putting Garrus onto the assault rifle, and we'll be going onto our pistol. And kind of the best way that I've found of handling him is just to continuously be using your tech abilities and everything. So he starts out right here in front of you. Get Garrus on his assault rifle. Then, you know, you can keep using warp and overload on him. And then remember to be watching out, because he will be able to hit you with, you know, dampening, and like that's why all of our abilities here just went on cooldown. But obviously we can still use marksman and everything as well. And so this is what I was talking, where like they go and call in regular Geth. So you kind of got to be a little bit careful, especially when he goes and does that little ability, because it's like shooting a bunch of little carnage bolts at you. And so then you can kind of just sit right here, use a Unity, then, you know, everybody has their abilities back. And so then you see now we are sabotaged, so we're gonna go ahead and move on over here to the assault rifle now. So that's how you can kind of just dodge out on his stuff if you just move around consistently. He won't hit you with those, but obviously we're taking out the Geth that were on the ground, so we were stationary for a minute there.
Sovereign's too strong! We have to pull back! Negative. This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
So then again, you know, as you can see, they called in some more. I need to get right here so we can let our shields regen on up. And like you can even just, you know, leave it on your assault rifle until you get, you know, sabotaged. Warp is really helpful. And then if you get him to be sitting still like that, like multiple times in a row, then you can really just start to kind of melt him down a fair bit. So overload him again, warp, dampening. So we'll go ahead and use the shield regeneration, and we should have it here in a second. There we go. And that's a wrap. And so as you can see, that's what happens when they fully give in to the control of Sovereign, is you just get flooded with the dark energy and it just breaks you completely down.
Its shields are down. Now's our chance.
Hit it with everything we got.
Hard on my flank. We're going in.
Go!
Captain Anderson, we found them. They're in here.
Take it easy. It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander?
You guys didn't think you could get rid of me that easily.
Ambassador, Captain, Commander Shepard. We have gathered here to recognize the enormous contributions of the Alliance forces in the war against Sovereign and the Geth.
Many humans lost their lives in the battle to save the Citadel. Brave and courageous soldiers who willingly gave their lives so that we, the Council, might live.
There is no greater sacrifice, and we share your grief over the tragic loss of so many noble men and women.
The Council also owes you a great personal debt, Commander, one we can never repay. You saved not just our lives, but the lives of billions from Sovereign and the Reapers.
Commander Shepard, your heroic and selfless actions serve as a symbol of everything humanity and the Alliance stand for.
And though we cannot bring back those valiant soldiers who gave their lives to save ours, we can honor their memories through our actions.
Humanity has shown it is ready to stand as a defender and protector of the galaxy. You have proved you are worthy to join our ranks and serve beside us on the Citadel Council.
Consular, on behalf of humanity and the Alliance, we thank you for this prestigious honor and humbly accept.
We will need a list of potential candidates to fill humanity's seat on the Council.
Given all that has happened, I am sure your recommendation will carry a great deal of weight, Commander. Do you support any particular candidate?
Now I want you guys to remember all of this stuff that they just said about acknowledging they got saved from Sovereign and the Reapers and everything else when we start this ME2 Let's Play and see just how accepting they are of everything that happened in the first game. Now again, you got your Renegade option there. If you want to pick Udina, can just be neutral, say it's not up to me, and then I think they just put Udina up anyways. And then you can always do the Paragon thing and nominate Captain Anderson, which even when I'm doing a Renegade playthrough, I just have a hard time not doing, just because it's like you literally get double crossed every juncture basically by Udina. So like why would you then want to go and put that person as like, hey, this is the face of intergalactic government in the galaxy, is this guy who double crossed us like 3 times. No thank you. I want to recommend Captain Anderson.
We need someone with the courage to stand up for what he believes in. Someone like Captain Anderson.
Him? You must be joking. Anderson prefers to let his fists do the talking.
Only with you, Ambassador. Only with you.
Are you sure about this, Commander? The captain's a soldier, not a politician.
And I always have to resist the urge to just go, I'm not picking you at this point.
We've already got too many politicians on the Citadel. The captain would be perfect for this job.
I think it's an inspired choice. The Council would welcome him with open arms, should he accept.
I'm honored, Counselor. As humanity's representative, I'll do everything in my power to help the Council rebuild.
Sovereign's defeat marks the beginning of a new era for both humanity and the Council.
This isn't over yet.
Sovereign was only a vanguard. The Reaper fleet is still coming. Hundreds of ships, maybe thousands. And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
Shepard's right. Humanity is ready to do its part. United with the rest of the Council, we have the strength to overcome any challenge. When the Reapers come, we must stand side by side. We must fight against them as one. And together, we will drive them back into dark space.
And that is it for ME1, you guys. Now, if you have never listened to the closing credits song, highly recommend that you do that. It's pretty good. But I, of course, will be skipping out of it here, because it's pretty long. It's like 5 solid minutes. But anyways, like I said, that wraps it up for our Mass Effect 1 Let's Play. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you guys will tune in to see the Mass Effect 2 Let's Play once we start getting that rolling. And as always, appreciate you guys' support of the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.